I thank you all today for affording me an opportunity to address you as we launch the South African chapter of the 2015 SADC Media Awards competition. Our role as members of the NAC is to ensure the smooth facilitation of the South African chapter of the awards through marketing, national adjudication, as well as to submit the South African finalists to the final regional adjudication process. Just to give a brief background of the SADC Media Awards overall awarding process. First is the submission of all the entries by South African journalists. And for 2015, please note all the submissions must be done by no later than 31st of March. Now, after we've received all the submissions, the National Committee then meets to adjudicate all the entries and then select the best entry per category for submission to the Regional Adjudication Committee, which we call the REC. The REC, which is the Regional Adjudication Body, ensures that all national entries are adjudicated and the best entry per category is awarded the regional prize of $2,000. Subsequent to that, the SADC Secretariat then facilitates through the National Media Coordinator, in this case, our case South Africa, it will be the DOC, that the winner is informed and the arrangements are made for the overall winner to attend the annual SADC Heads of States and Government Summit. The awarding ceremony of the awards takes place during the Heads of States and Government Summit. I can never overemphasize how important it is for participants to fully comprehend all the clauses on the competition rules before they submit their stories. Good stories are often disqualified simply because the entries did not adhere to the rules of the competition. Again, it is also important for participants to understand what constitutes a SADC story. For example, an entrant can have a very good national story, but once it lacks or does not have the SADC cross-border elements to it, as the NAC, we have no choice but to disqualify that story. I would also like to appeal to participants of the competition to include in their submissions stories about water as a way of promoting regional integration. Because yes, there's the overall awards competition, but there's this special category that focuses on water and water issues. As I conclude, our appeal as the NAC is our call to all potential participants of the 2015 competition to continue to report and highlight stories that seek to build the SADC region and foster national integration. After all, who is better placed to narrate the African story than the Africans themselves?
It is crucial that media practitioners always find time to acknowledge those amongst them who are excellent examples of what should all of you strive to be. The SADC Awards are a crucial part of the rejuvenation of our region and the continuous building of bridges amongst the people of SADC. Having journalists who understand the development imperatives is key in the region's ultimate and sustainable socio-economic development. We need to use this kind of competitions to highlight such stories of hope and optimism and elevate those who tell them. Let me hasten to add that this does not detract from the crucial and critical role that journalists should play in holding society at large accountable. Our people must be empowered with the information that will assist them to access resources meant for their own development and of the areas where they live. Ladies and gentlemen, these awards must therefore assess those that are able to paint a true picture and not only an easy and half-baked story of things falling apart. With the challenges our continent is facing regarding development, such stories of poverty and inequality are easy to find. It takes a special journalist to find that True balance that will show the world the hidden gems of this wonderful continent, and conclude that we are ready to trade with the world as equals so that our people can be lifted out of poverty. SADC is very clear in its policy pronouncement that journalists must be given the space to do their work and contribute to public dialogue. In conclusion, I want to wish all the best for those who will be nominated and those who will have to adjudicate. Your decisions will set an example of how journalism will flourish in our region. Those who are held out as role models will also have a huge role and responsibility to inspire some who are still pondering to enter this brave profession.